Hey guys, welcome back. LTS, Let's Talk Sports. And you heard from Emma Trail before. And here's another Emma. Yep, it's a double whammy today. Emma by two, yeah? So Emma Davis, welcome to the set.
Thank you.
Kyle, let me just get into. So the event you said is happening in
El Salvador. Yeah,
right.
This tournament basically, as I said earlier on, is the most competitive tournament for the Central American and the Caribbean. We have actually represented, we actually sent in two teams, right? Boys and girls under 16 and the boys and girls under 14. Right, so we have, for the under 16, we have the leading boy, Master Nabil Mohammed.
Right.
We have Timothy Davis, Ryan Thomas, and Joshua Arnold in the under 16.
Right.
The under 16 girls, we have Emma Rose Trestrill, Emma Davis, Anya King, and DNL Devines. Right. So that's actually the team for the under 16 that will be representing us from the 9th to the 17th in El Salvador.
Right. And then you have the under 14.
The under 14, we actually have Scott Hackshaw, who's actually number 1. Scott Hackshaw. We have Kobe James. We have Kobe James. A lot together with some other players. In the girls, we have Emma Davis again.
Right.
Anya King again.
Right.
Emma Davis will be representing us in the under 16, in the under 16s and the under 14.
Nice.
All right. So it's a lot of tennis that they're actually going to compete in this over a 2 weeks period. It's a lot for Emma and Anya King for this 2 weeks. Every day they would be playing across in El Salvador.
Right.
Every day.
Every day. Emma, is this your first HITIC event?
No, I played last year.
Last year as well.
Yeah.
And how do you see this year's event? Are you looking forward to it? And well, of course, you're number 1, so you're looking forward to it.
Well,
but yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking forward to it quite a lot. Like, I've been training very hard over the last year to get ready for
the
this
event.
tournament.
Who do you see as some of your major competitors in the event?
Like from other countries. They just have a lot of different.
Right, it can be anyone,
yeah.
right? Because it all depends again on personal training, how they would prepare. Because I mean, is it? Kyle, let me go back into this. How do you get selected to be a part of this team?
All right. Now, with the selection procedure that the association uses, we use the rankings, our local rankings and our international rankings. So Emma Davis would compete in our national tournament, which is Catch, Sajiko, all the local tournaments.
Right.
And based on how many points they have gathered in terms of winning the Sajiko or the Catch, if they have won those tournaments, they would be allotted points. And that points will actually carry them up the ladder in terms of ranking. So then we will select the top 4 seeds in each age group to represent us in this tournament. And that's how the selection policy operates right now.
Educate me, seeds, what is that?
All right, seeds basically is the number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. That's what we refer to them as seeds.
Nice.
All right, yeah.
Emma, so I asked the other Emma earlier on what was the most memorable experience for her throughout her entire career. What would you say would be yours?
I think my most memorable experience would be last year in the national tournament. I got a triple crown.
Wow.
I got it in under 14s, 16s, and under 14s
Doubles.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, I know Emma told me you were her double partner.
She was my doubles partner.
So it's like you're here, Emma and Emma is leading. Imagine what I was like. And how long have you been playing that?
I've been playing for about 5 years.
5 years. Why tennis though?
Well, I played a lot of other sports before, but I wasn't really that good at any. And my cousin used to play tennis, and then I came to tennis camp because he was going and I wanted to go to camp, and I enjoyed it a lot and I stuck with it.
Well, Emma has been around for a long while. I mean, I can remember traveling to an under 12 development in 2012 with Emma, and at that tournament, Emma actually shook the entire tournament in terms of all the coaches throughout the Caribbean. They were looking at Emma and seeing potential for the future. When Emma goes on court, it's 100%. No 50%. She goes full. She goes to the end. She actually played at that tournament. She played, I think it was three set matches, actually a lot of tennis and did not give up till the last.
Wow.
Yeah, till the last. So I mean, she has heart. The future is good for tennis in Trinidad and Tobago. She will actually carry us a good way in the future.
In the future.
Yeah.
And how many other international competitions do we Trinidad take part in?
In terms of team competitions, we have the HITIC, we have the Junior Davis Cup, we have World Juniors, we have a lot of international tournaments. But again, you know, it's costly for us to actually enter these tournaments from year round. You know, it's a lot, and so we depend heavily on the corporate sponsor together with sport company. But you know how funds actually go from time to time. So it is in fact a little difficult for us. The association has a lot of plans in having them represent in international tournaments, but we can only do as much as our finance could allow.
Of course.
You know, so it's a little difficult in terms of getting them a little more exposed into the international circuit. But we actually trying to raise funds, trying to do certain things to actually get them outside.
Do you have any sponsors on board right now?
Of course, we must give thanks to our sponsors for Catch, who actually sponsors our junior tournament every year. Sagico, we must give special thanks again. Lease operators, RBC, who are our sponsors annually. They sponsor junior tournaments annually. In addition to, let's say, HHSL Safety System, who actually got on board with us, who actually sponsors, all our coaches are first aid certified. They actually sponsored first aid program, and they're with us. They actually provide medical coverage at the courts for the tournaments, etc. So special thanks must go to our sponsors in terms of actually getting tennis where we actually would like tennis to be.
And from the coaching aspect, though, Kyle, of course they would have their personal prep and what they would do to prepare, but as a coach, do you look and say, okay, so this is a weak spot, and is it that you focus specifically on that towards the tournament itself?
Of course. Now, in coaching, there are different aspects. We look at it from a different perspective. Now, you need to understand what you're doing as coach in terms of how you actually set your training program for a tournament like this. When you're setting for Emma, and they should peak at when they reach at 16 and not burn them out a little before. So, I mean, both Emmas, they actually just came back from Blackman's Academy in the States, where they went to do some additional preparation, which is also good. We commend things like this. You know, they go outside to get that exposure, play different players on the international circuit. You know, so, I mean, you have to set your program for them to actually peak at certain areas. So, for example, as a coach preparing for Emma Davis and Anya King, who will be representing us in the 16s and 14s, we want to be a little more careful in terms of keeping them hydrated, because they're going to be playing every single day for 2 weeks. That's not easy, you know, so we need to actually, as a coach, you will tailor your program in order to keep them, you know, hydrated, etc. Not only physically, but also mentally. Psychologically, it's not easy to represent to play tennis for 2 weeks straight, you know.
But of course, Emma they both seem to be, you know, we got energy, we just go out and do this. Is there a change in your diet and exercise towards big tournaments, Emma? Or?
Well, since the tournaments coming up, like, I've been trying to rehydrate and eat a lot of, like, carbs and energy foods. My parents have been on me so much about to keep me hydrated. And
of course, the parents are also playing a big role there.
Of course, the parents are an integral part of these players' future. You know, that support, and I must say, all these parents actually are so supportive towards the development. You can call on these parents at any time to support. You know, sometimes we might be strapped financially, parents would be there, you know, to render some sort of assistance. I mean, we must say special thanks to the parents for that effort.
And who are some of the members from the association itself that will be going with them?
All right, so the coach for the under 16 team will be Dunstan Noon from Tobago and Beverly Corby. All right, and for the under 14 team, Clint Hodge would be accompanying the team, and I also would be in El Salvador, also
as well. And of course, I have to ask, before you represent Trinidad and Tobago, is it that the association goes scouting, looking in different clubs and saying, okay, well, we think you're the best in your club? How does that go?
Well, basically, we go through a GTI program, a junior program, basically, where we spot talent and we actually channel them to clubs. And they would enter on their own with the support of the coach. They would enter the local tournaments. And from entering the local tournaments, as I said, you would actually start getting points and you start climbing the ranking, etc. And then we start seeing you as potential. We then put you, once you reach in the top 3, we then channel you into the national program where you actually start getting, points,
So there's an actual program before?
Yes, of course. Yeah, we have a national program. But more importantly, with the HITIC tournament though, a lot of people are asking, what do they actually get when they participate in tournaments like this? For example, as I said, points is the most important thing. International points. If Emma Davis reaches a semi-final in the international tournament, it would actually be a lot more points than winning the tournament locally.
Really?
Yeah, that's international. It's international. So the points she's going to get is actually going to boost her ranking. And not only her local ranking, her international ranking as well. So Emma Davis is actually seated in the top 20 in the COTEC, which is in the Central America, and we're talking about over 500 players.
Wow.
So she's actually in the top 20 in the under 14. Scott Hackshaw is actually in the number 11 in the under 14 COTEC. Now these players in the under 14 is where they actually pay a lot of attention. Now once these players win this HITIC tournament, they will be granted wild cards into international tournaments. Like for a grade 2, the winner of the HITIC under 14 goes into something that they call a streamline system. The under 16, the ITF has a streamline system for the under 16s. So once you win the under 14, they actually give you a wild card into a grade 1, two wild cards into a grade 1 tournament. The runner-up actually gets a wild card into a grade 1 and a grade 3. I know I'm speaking about grade and you want to know what I'm speaking about is grade. Right. Now, in the ITF and the international circuit, we have grades from grade 1 to 5, 5 being the lowest grade. So when we say grade, it means that the ranked player is going to be all in the thousands, 900 ranked in the world, will be participating in the grade 5. As you go higher up to grade 4, grade 3, obviously the higher ranked players are going to be playing. So for example, Emma Davis right now is ranked number 20. If there's a ITF tournament, whereas she has to participate in a grade, she will not be able to enter a grade 2 tournament with her ranking right now. Of course, in the under 16 I'm speaking about, because of her ranking, she may actually have to qualify, etc. But winning this tournament, what she would get is a wild card, which will actually give her automatic entry into the main draw. So actually, and this is what the ITF actually does to, get them going, and they will actually sponsor their flights, etc., to go to these tournaments, etc.
Wow, that's some great stuff. Because I was about to ask, when they get into it, who then sponsors from there? I think that's
the ITF, their Grand Slam fund, etc. But in everything, the association and the parents also need to do their part in terms of
And Emma, I asked the other Emma, of course, where does she see her tennis career going? Where do you see your tennis career going?
Well, I would want to get a tennis scholarship, but to like a good school, both academic and for tennis, and see where it will take me.
Nice one. Well, I think you guys will be going far.
We have a lot of confidence in this team. I mean, it's a strong team going out. The association supports. We have confidence in them for this tournament. As I said, a highly competitive tournament. But I mean, we have confidence in them. They have been preparing. Most of them actually went abroad to the Black Months Academy, and they have been working with their local coaches, and together with some work with the association as well. So we have high hopes. Really good. Yeah.
So just remind us again, Kyle, the date and.
This tournament with the under 16 for the first time, as I said, they separated the age groups. So the under 16 would be competing from the 9th to the 17th in El Salvador. And the under 14 team will be competing from the 18th to the 25th in El Salvador. So there's a lot of action, a lot of tennis. I mean, we have so much. We want to wish them all the best from the association. We want to wish them all the best, and go out there, have fun, and represent Trinidad and Tobago to the best of their ability.
So Kyle, thank you for being a part of the program, Emma, and of course you can send that thanks to the other Emma as well for being a part of the program, and of course informing us and keeping us abreast with what's happening in the world of tennis, because there's a lot that we don't know sometimes. So take the opportunity when you guys win and come back and let us hear about that experience.
yes.
So all the best to you guys.
Thank you very much.
So you heard it, Trinidad is doing well. You heard from two Emmas today, and of course the PRO, Kyle Hannays. We're going to take a short break. We're going to come right back. LTS, Let's Talk Sports.
today and